What's going on, nation? Ukvape here, and welcome. Today we got an RDA a V1.5. Yeah, his second version, if you want to call it, of the loop, the Geekvape loop. Now, um, if you don't remember, I reviewed the first loop. If you didn't see that, go back, or I will try to leave a link on the description, and you can go and see it. And now they came with the version 1.5. All right, they done a few changes that I think most of the changes is more like look wise. Okay, a few small changes on the deck. Um, I mean, few things. All right, not a lot of changes. And one of the changes they should have done, they didn't. All right, so obviously we run to all of that on the up and close. So what we gonna do now? We're gonna dive down. Okay, and here we have the box where your Geekvape Loop V1.5 audio comes in. Okay, with deck. That's weird. With deck with sleeve airflow. All right. So yes. Well, it should be just deck with sleeve airflow or W deck with sleeve airflow. Can't really understand. You're gonna get an extra 810 drip tip Ultim as well. This one says Geekvape in one of the sides, and this one is more like a polish Ultim. You're gonna get your user manual. In here is an envelope with you're gonna have warnings, quality pass, all that stuff, and in here you're gonna have your pouch with 510 drip tip adapter, tri tool. You're gonna get some O-rings, an Allen key, squawk pin, and quite a lot extra pull screws. Here we have the main event, your Loop 1.5. Now they've done a lot of change, especially on the outside compared to the first Loop. Now here I can't get it out. Oh, 810 drip tip. Alright, so all your gun style, all your 810s will fit here perfectly. If you don't like, they give you a 510 drip tip adapter. Here on the side you're gonna have obviously your barrel, 24mm diameter, primarily made of stainless steel, and your barrel is gonna be also your adjustable airflow. Now you're gonna have obviously those two for dual coil, or if you want to run in single coil. On the bottom, Loop V 1.5, you got serial number, designed by Geekvape, nice protruded gold plated. So if you want to use an hybrid, it's safe. Let's attach it to a mod so we can see a bit better. So obviously you can adjust your airflow with those, it looks like waves, you know, those sound waves. Okay, so obviously you can be adjusting as you go like that, one by one, or you know, till you got it nearly close. You can have it like that, very restricted. Okay, now it's not too hard. I mean, if you got juice on your hands, it's gonna be hard, but you know, because very slippery. They got like a pattern going on in here, a nice design going on. I kind of like that. I mean, it gives a nice look to the RDA, those black engraves going on in there. And obviously what you adjust on one side, it will be the same on the other. Now the top cap's gonna have a locking mechanism, as you can see in there. So it's a must-have, I think, in all RDAs those days. Very nice machining, nice concave shape going on in there. And now probably I'm gonna be able to remove that drip tip. No, still no, I don't know. Sometimes I really struggle to remove them. So yeah, as you can see, nice conical shape going on in there to improve the flavor. I mean, thickness of the barrel definitely very good, and the engraving is very nice. All the machining very good on this one, and obviously the deck. Now to be very honest, I can't really remember the last loop deck. Now I know I review it, and if you want to have a look, go back and see. But I think they changed the airflow. One thing they didn't change definitely, and I think that was one of the cons on the previous one, and it's going to be a con on this one as well, is those side screws. Obviously it's going to twist your leads when you try to pull your coils in there. Even though on this one is not too bad, it's still gonna twist your leads. I don't know. I think they should have to find another solution. As you can see, it's a sleeve, as they call it, sleeve deck. It's a bit like the Mertic that I reviewed not a long time ago. And when I said that, actually, Matt took the idea of the first loop and really make it better. Here, I think is more. They didn't change a lot, to be honest. It's more like a facelift they done to the RDA. I don't know if the first one was that popular, so that they came with a second version. The thing is, to be honest, it's very, very similar to the first one. I mean, you got your airflow coming from the bottom, okay, and you got this bridge, as it called, like the sleeve, okay. So any juice going here by squonking or by dripping is gonna come down again to your juice well. So I mean, it's a very, very good idea. But what the difference between this one and the Hermetic is that the screws on the Hermetic come from the front, so every time you build your coils, it's gonna be a bit more easy. I understand this one is a dual coil. I mean, it could be a bit more harder. Actually, the Hermetic is a clamp system, and on this one could I mean, it's always a solution. And I think they should have found this solution, at least for this one. I mean, they done a mistake on the first one, was one of the cons. They could have done it on this one as well. As you can see, it goes a very angle, okay? So there's no way that your juice will come out through those ports, to the airflow ports, okay? It's going to be very, very hard for you to leak. And this honeycomb style airflow, I mean, you got the small bits, very, very nice. And the big bits, it's going to be airflow, but it's also going to be for when your juice will fall here, go straight away to your juice well. I mean, it's very easy to wick. Your coil's going to sit kind of high, so you're going to need nice long wicks going onto that deck. Juice well, not too bad. I mean, you can see the machining. I mean, using this one, so any scratch was probably done by me, but machining is very, very good. Let's install some coils and cotton. Okay, as you can see, not easy to make them glow. Sorry, and also look at these coils. They completely messed up now due to the fact that the screws are on the side. That's why I hate those screws on the side. I mean, they had a good chance to fix it on this one. Now they still decide to go to same position. That I think is really a shame, to be honest. I don't know, very, very hard to glow evenly. And what you have to do when they go like that is, obviously, when you heat them, when you preheat them, is try to make them go back to their normal shape. I recycled some coils that I had because I knew this will go happening, and I didn't want to really mess up any new coils. So yeah, you have to really try very, very hard, you see, to readjust them, make them glow evenly. It's gonna be kind of a job, and obviously after that you have to try to put your wicks. Okay, so everything is built, everything is juiced up. As you can see, you can really go bananas, okay, with the juice. It's just gonna go on your airflow and then back to your juice well. I mean, it's a very good idea. It's a very good deck. It's a big chain of those bloody screws. But hey ho, so what we're gonna do now, we're gonna come back on top, I tell you where you can get a price, and we run to pros and cons. Alright, and we're back, and that was the up and close for the Loop 1.5. So where you can get it and price. You can get at 3fvape.com or Fastech, and the price at 3fvape.com, and the link is gonna be on the description. For the stainless steel, I think is the prettiest one, to be honest, is $23.99. Then if you go to other colors like the black or the gold, it will be $25. So you're looking at around 21 to 22 UK pounds. Okay, so funny thing is, when I was looking for the price for the loop, obviously for the 1.5, the other loop came up. And it's actually still $25 for the previous one. And I say, you know what? This is a nice chance to have a look at the deck. So I look at the deck, and obviously, yeah, the changes they done was before it was two big holes for the airflow, and now they went to a kind of honeycomb style. And that was the only change, to be honest. Everything else is pretty much the same. So let's run to pros and cons. Now, first con, and I think is the biggest one on this one, is the screws. They had a very good chance to change that, you know, to try. And I mean, they could have tried to do something else to try to pull those screws differently. You saw I messed up the coils, okay? You have then to really arrange them, preheat the coils to try to, when they're hot, to bend them back to place. It's a bit of pain in the ass, to be honest. I think it should be something they had fixed. That is one of the cons. Second con, very, very subjective. I mean, they give you two 810 drip tips, okay? Very, very good. I have to give that as a pro, but they both Altum. The only difference, one is Polish, a bit short, the other one says Geekvape, a bit taller. I mean, they could include, like, I don't know, a black one. I'm even not talking to include a resin one or nice color one, but something different, a black one, a different color. Even if they want to put Geekvape on the other one and do a bit taller, they should have gone for a different color drip tip. Another very subjective con, and I mean, I have to throw cons, otherwise I can't really find anything else. They should have include, they used to include coils and cotton. Okay, I know for some people doesn't really matter. It doesn't really matter to me as well, but I mean, I like to see them. You know, I like to see the coils they send. Sometimes they send very good coils, company. And other than that, I can't really find any massive cons for this bad boy. At the exception of those screws. I think those screws really messed up this RDA when they have a really, really great idea. So pros, I like the look of it, especially this stainless steel with all that pattern going on in there. You know, it looks like leaves going on. Really like it. Machining is very, very good. 810 compatible. They give you a 510 drip tip adapter, very weak prone. That squonkable, it squonks very good. Flavor, it is very good on this one. The flavor is on point, very smooth airflow. I think that honeycomb is a bit better than the previous one. It gives a bit of more of smoothness going on in there. Single coil, dual coil option. Um, Even though those screws, I hate those screws, it's not a very hard deck to build. I mean, you drop your coils in there, pre-cut them, drop your coils in there, and you're good to go. I like the look of it. What else? The adjustment ring, not too bad. I think it got kind of nice restriction to it, so very easy to adjust. Locking mechanism, that I think is a must-have in any RDA those days. And you got protruding gold plate pin. I mean, all the standards, this RDA has them. Now, the big question is, do I recommend it? My real answer is probably no, due to the fact of those screws. I hate those screws coming from the side and messed up with your coils. But in flavor, in airflow smoothness, in looking, I mean, it's a very good RDA, and those screws just messed up that. So if I really had to recommend it, I mean, you're gonna have way better options out there due to the fact that the building process is gonna be a bit easier. It's not gonna be probably better in airflow or probably better in flavor. It's gonna be probably the same. But Geekvape, you had a very good chance to fix that issue and you didn't. And I mean, you got everything in this RDA to have a great RDA if you had the screws on the right place. So in the end of the day, yeah, I can't really recommend it, even though it's a very good RDA, it's just the screws are messing up. But if you want to grab it, I mean, the link's gonna be in the description. Thanks for everything. We're gonna wrap it up here. I wish you all the best. I hope to see you on the next video. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Till then, I wish you all the best. And don't forget, keep vaping.